Okay, let me make sure I got all my shit.
Starting soon. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear the TV in the background?
Nah,
Okay.
I don't think.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We are here. Congrats on making it to Friday yet again. We are over here on Connecting and Collecting. Another Friday that we're at this. All right, so
Mm-hmm.
what I'm going to do is we're going to take a couple seconds, let people get in. I'm going to send the link
Mm-hmm.
on over to my guy over here, Kem. We're going to get this
Mm-hmm.
out. Let's go. Hype. We look beautiful on YouTube, King.
Mm-hmm.
Hit me with
Okay.
that. I know
Okay.
Kem's ready for this one. He hit me with a text that said "Okie dokie." And for those of you guys in the Caucasian community, you know "Okie dokie." You know what that
Uh-huh.
means.
Extra sarcastic right there. You feel me? Extra sarcastic.
uh,
Oh shit. Yeah,
you're
boy.
my
But yeah,
guy,
man.
brother.
For sure, man. You already know, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, man, halftime Lakers, you know, picking back up right now,
Yes,
waiting for the
sir.
people to get in, kind of, see what's going on here, how they feeling about this.
Let's go. We are
All
live on
right.
Collected and Connecting another Friday.
Uh-huh.
We are here. What we
Mm-hmm.
covering tonight, King?
Oh man, we're gonna stay with what's going on live. Predictions right now. Well, first quarter, excuse me. Halftime for the other game. Um,
Yes,
but yeah,
sir.
you know,
Predictions right now. Well, first.
we gotta
Celtics.
wait for them to get in here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But for
Celtics.
sure though,
Sixers.
yeah, Celtics Sixers. We got that too.
Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Just made the post on X. Come join me and my guy Kem live
Okay.
on Collected and Connected. Yo, Kem, we gotta take some flicks together, man. I don't have no flicks of us.
All right, bet. Let's do it ASAP.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get on that, King.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. 1 second. People are in. Oh my God, people are definitely in. Okay, so welcome everybody to the Friday Night Live Collecting and Connecting stream with your guys over here at a different conversation. I'm Thomas Saxby. This is
Mm-hmm.
Kem next to me. You got the unkism,
Mm-hmm.
everything going on over there.
You know it.
So, another Friday. Make sure you guys subscribe to Collecting and Connecting. They do giveaways all the time in their Discord. A different streamer every day of the week. And then over here on a different conversation, we strive to give you guys content every day of the week as well, because there's not a place with the hottest takes, best laughs, and everything different. Make sure
Mm-hmm.
you guys tune in with us. So we're here, King. Why
Yeah.
don't you lead us off? We got some basketball games going on,
Yeah,
NFL
man.
draft going on, baseball going on. It is big in
Mm-hmm.
the sports world right now.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
you
What
doing?
a time to be alive and be a sports fan, man. I'm feeling pretty good, man. You see, I got the coolie bops on, man. So I'm feeling real good, man. Anybody that's
You
been
got me my
following us,
wine,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Yes,
for
sir.
sure, man. Anybody that has been following us, shout out to Paulie again for giving us, you know what I mean, the hour on the platform, man, to do what we do, man. But right now, man, we got the Celtics and the Sixers in a nice heated battle. What it looks like 62-55 right now.
Yes,
Great
sir.
game, man. One of the oldest rivalries in NBA history. Of course, people don't care about history too much. But in this rivalry, this is one that the Celtics usually put BT, you know what I mean, BTA, you know what I mean. But now, you know what I mean, with them being a bit hobbled and the Sixers being a bit hobbled, we got good games on our hands, you know what I mean, for sure. Man, as we also think about it, the NFL draft, you know what I mean. When we open that up, I can't wait to kind of unpack that.
Yes, sir, man. I
Being
mean,
New
yeah, we got
Yorkers.
the NBA playoffs right now. So
Mhm,
tonight specifically, like Cam had
mhm,
already mentioned, we got the
mhm,
Celtics and the 76ers locked in a close game, a very
mhm,
pivotal game in the series as it heads back to Philadelphia.
mhm.
If I'm the 76ers, they really can't let the Celtics take a game
No.
during these two games right here. They got to at least take one. Hopefully,
Mhm,
they would want to take two. But the Celtics, they're up 9 now. And then the Lakers up on the Rockets trying to take a 3-0 lead. Right before the game, Kevin Durant was listed out, this time with an ankle sprain. Does not look like Kevin Durant's body wants to play in the series against the Lakers. And then tonight we got the Spurs and the Trailblazers. Obviously,
mhm.
without Wembenyama, it'll be interesting to see if them young cats out there in San Antonio could beat them other young cats in Portland. It's gonna be a very interesting matchup tonight, especially without Wemby. What are your thoughts on that late game?
On
If
the
that
late game with Wemby, well, listen, man, I think that right now you're going to get Portland coming in hungry, trying to bite a wounded dog. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that they should capitalize off of
Yes.
that. As we spoke about earlier, man, we already know that the championship aspirations that everybody had for the San Antonio Spurs lie with Victor Wembanyama being in the lineup. Now, the concussion protocol for the NBA is a bit different than it is for the NFL. So we'll know something sooner than later, but there is no timetable right now, right? So at the end of the day, with these games being played, they're going to have a little break, you know what I mean, after this game, you know what I mean, 2 to 3 day break, you know what I mean, for where we're able to see what happens with them. Hey, man, I don't see nothing coming for them, you know what I mean, in this game. Portland has a great fan base, nice following. They're going to fill the arena. You know what I mean? Dame, they said something about Dame might even play, you know what I mean? Just to kind of, fake people out. You know what I mean? Like,
Remember, one thing that reminded me of is, you remember when the Bulls, the year after Derrick Rose tore his ACL, and all year long we just heard, oh
mhm,
my God, Derrick Rose is coming back, and then the series
mhm,
against the Heat, they were like, Derrick Rose is coming back to take down LeBron. That's
mhm.
it immediately gave me, flashbacks
Exactly.
to that moment. But
Yeah.
the 76ers, they just went on a little run
Yeah.
against the
Yeah, but
Boston Celtics to get within
mhm,
two. Tyrese Maxey hit a couple of big shots just now,
mhm,
forcing Boston to call a timeout. The series interesting because Joel Embiid, if anybody saw before today's game, he was listed as doubtful instead of out.
mhm.
Obviously, eventually he was out, but that means Joel Embiid is around the corner to returning to the 76ers lineup just in time. What do you think Joel Embiid adds to this, if he does add anything to this lineup to try and beat Boston?
Well, without a question, he adds something. You know what I mean?
Sure,
As we were speaking
sure.
about a little bit earlier, I love what
You know
Andre
me, I got to be that
Yeah,
robotic host.
yeah, no, without a question. No, I love what Andre Drummond has been providing, as well as listen. I see that Brendan just put in there Boston wins, but I don't believe that it's that easy if Joel Embiid does come back, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
don't think they got the defense for him.
I really don't. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I think they have the offense, you know what I mean, output if they're clicking, you know what I mean? And the great thing about it is JT is just 3 level killing it right now. You know what I mean? And the great part about it is he's not even doing it from the 3. You know what I mean? This is on drives, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we'll see. We already like the Celtics for the series, but with Joel coming back, with them on the ropes and this being a good game, what it is what it is. We have to see. You
Yeah,
know what I
because
mean?
I don't
That
know, man.
ceiling.
Because like you bring
Mm,
in, you bring in Joel Embiid, and it's very hard for me to picture the Celtics being able to beat him because they can't guard big men like
mm,
Joel Embiid. Like we're talking like Queta is a good defender, but we're talking about Joel Embiid here. So if
mhm.
I had a prediction, if Joel Embiid comes back, there's a good chance the 76ers win the rest of the games of the series if he comes back and he's not like
Mhm.
dragging himself up and down the court, because we don't know what
Right.
Joel Embiid we're gonna get. Like he could
Exactly.
come back and be a piece of shit, or he could come back and actually
Mhm.
be Joel Embiid. And if he comes back, and you were alluding to this earlier on our show
You
that
already
releases
know.
tomorrow. Make sure you guys
Mhm.
subscribe to A Different Conversation.
Mhm.
It's the first thing that pops up when you put it in YouTube. With Joel Embiid coming back, this team it's set up, man. Like honestly, they can make a run here. Nick Nurse is a smart coach. He's
Mhm.
done it. He's done a similar Cinderella run before,
Mhm.
in Toronto. But the difference is this time is I'm not convinced by anybody in the East. The Knicks and the Hawks, they're going to war, but I don't really think the Hawks are a finals team, and the Knicks have done nothing to convince me that they are also a finals team. And then the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're playing some goofy basketball over there in Toronto. And then on the other end, the Detroit Pistons, they're engaging in war with an 8th seed.
Fight over there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's a fight right now.
Everything could be perfect for whoever comes out of this series between Boston and Philly. They're going to have a really good, decent path to the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. But you just all that trying to count out Maxey, Edgecombe, and George, the way that they're playing, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. With the addition of everybody else, their collective is playing really, really well. Now, Boston is the oil machine.
Paul George taking steroids was the best.
Like, come on, man. Like, you can't just count them out that easy.
No, yeah. I mean, Paul George, steroid version of Paul George.
Okay. We see the giveaway in the Discord. Who's winning, Boston or Philly tonight?
Yes, sir. It seems like everyone's going with the Celtics, man.
Okay.
They're counting out your guys.
In Philly? Okay, we'll see. All right.
Not a single person in the chat has said Philadelphia yet. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm not counting them out. It's just, with Joel Embiid, this is a different animal. You know what I'm saying? Like, we saw that Joel Embiid, he came back this year and put on some performances. Like, he's not missing a step in his game. I mean, maybe he's a little bit slower on defense, but I don't think that matters in this series because who's he gonna guard? Like, I mean, yeah, he's gonna go against Queta and whatever, but they're gonna play small. But he's not a slouch of a defender either. He's, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone knows him as a great defender. But yeah, giveaway in the Discord, Collectin and Connectin. Make sure you guys also subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you guys also subscribe on X. Come on through. I got a little wine in my system, so sorry if I'm fumbling over my words a little bit here.
Shout out to the chat. Philly up 3 right now.
Yes, sir. Philly, they are going on a run right now. It seems like they have absolutely figured it out. Tyrese Maxey is up to 19 and Paul George is up to 16. Like I said, Paul George, brother, it's the steroids, man. I'm telling you, like, I think more athletes should take steroids, take the suspension, but that might have healed his body to a point where he's feeling like himself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and he was rehabbing while on the steroids. It's not like he was all the way back. So this is the crazy thing about it is that he actually got through rehab, is at peak, you know what I mean, form for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy, man.
We call them cheaters? I don't know, man.
Hey, man. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious. But let's talk about some Rockets. My bad. I completely closed out about that time. Let's talk about some Rockets Lakers. Okay. It's a close game. Lakers up by 5. Yeah. Rockets need to play desperately because I don't know. They go down 3-0. I'm not too sure. I mean, and then it's gonna give the Lakers so much rest for the second round if they can get through this with a sweep. Like, that would be huge. So it's kind of a must-win for both teams tonight, I think. I mean, because, with the Lakers, I mean, obviously, no one was expecting them to win, including myself. I mean, I was on here. We were sitting here in a room with someone from Slam magazine and these other big shows, and I'm sitting here embarrassing myself saying that the Lakers and LeBron wouldn't even take one game.
Wow.
But we're here, man, and the Lakers have a 7-point lead. Rui is going off. He's 6 for 6 right now. Bron got 7 points. Luke Kennard got 8. Shocked that Bronny's still getting playing time. Bro, I don't know. Like, he has played 2 minutes on the court and only has 1 foul. Like, that's the only stat that he has is a foul. And it was similar in game 1. He came in, fouled, turned the ball over, and they said, get on out of here. But how are you feeling about your Lakers? You're the Lakers fan. Take the floor.
Yeah, man. It's all good, man. I'm so happy that you kind of referenced the combination show that we did. Shout out to Paulie and Collectin and Connectin again for putting that all together. You know what I mean? And I waited to save my take for our show. So again, that's why I got the Coolie Bops on, man. I've been winning, man, with my takes lately, man. I said Lakers in 6 or 7, right? At the end of the day. But when looking at this, I don't think that it's going to be a clean sweep. I love to see, or I want to see, right, what Houston is going to do at home. They got a homestand, right? Let's see what's happening. It's still early in this game. We're up by 6. We do anticipate the return of Luka. what we have been getting from LeBron, the 19 and 28 in both games so far, right? Leading up to this third, it's a slow game for him right now, right? But this is to be expected at 40 years old, but still being involved in the game. I know that he probably has 3 rebounds and 3 assists without a question already, okay? So he's totally involved in picking his spots. You know what I mean? Okay, we got a Philly in the chat. Shout
Finally,
you
man.
out.
Demo, finally, we got
a Philly in the chat.
It is
But,
8:48 on Friday night, and we finally got someone that thinks the 76ers are going to win.
You know what I
My
mean?
fault.
But yeah, no problem, man. Great, man. But listen, man, I gotta like us for this round. A lot of people for sure did not count us in at all, even in this series. I think, man, we actually owe this. We got a stimulus pack from KD, man. The youth and KD actually having that injury. I'm telling you right now, whoever it was that bumped knees with him need to be escorted off the property and not need it. You know what I mean?
It was probably Sengun.
You know what I mean? Needs to be escorted off the property because it's their fault. You know what I mean?
Probably Sengun, man.
Man, come on, man. So at the end of the day, man, but with Bronny on the court, I think with what you're saying about Bronny, just to be real quick and brief about that, he's the great distraction as well. You understand what I'm saying as far as the flow of the game goes. He's the great distraction on where you haven't really game planned for. You know what I mean? That if you overcommit or undercommit, you know what I mean? A bad thing can happen. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I mean, it stinks. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like this team needed KD so much. And I just don't feel like that's a good strategy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and I get it. There's a lot of old players in the league, but like that's how the Warriors were set up, and we see how that happened. Like they needed Stephen Curry to be on the court and play. The Rockets need Kevin Durant to be on the floor and play, and these teams got to stop compensating on these old dudes. You know what I'm saying? I get it. LeBron is 40 million years old over there, you know, in LA, you know, winning 2 playoff games. But at the end of the day, you know, not everybody is LeBron, and that's just what it boils down to.
Nobody is LeBron. Nobody is LeBron, just like nobody is MJ. You understand what I'm saying? Like we are, no, for real. We're seeing something that, you know, we won't see, just like we didn't see it with Tom. You know what I mean? Yeah. We kind of talked about this, you know what I mean, with him. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, when these things happen, all we can do is bow our heads to it at the time that we're witnessing it. You understand what I'm saying? At the end of that's all that we actually can do. We know that throughout his career, what he did in the offseason and why he gave the cold shoulder to most of his teammates was because of his investment into himself that he didn't see others committing to, just like we saw with Kobe, just like we saw with Mike, just like we see with all of the greats. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, you got to love what the guy's putting on. And you know, and I'm not a James gang, I'm a Lakers fan. You know what I mean? But what we're getting from LeBron, you got to, come on, man. You cannot do anything but respect it. And bringing back Luka, it is crazy, man. Like, to go back to seconds, you know what I mean? Second option while waiting for Austin to come back in the gear that he's in right now. Watch out, man. You get a historical run from the OG, man.
I'm trying to experiment with this a little bit.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. That's definitely a good call out. You know, Rui is absolutely shooting the heck out that ball tonight, 6 for 6. They're up by 10. So the Celtics and the 76ers, I'll bring that one back up. That is a tie game right now. I can only imagine how good that game actually is right now. I got to figure out a way to get this in on one of my screens. Derek White is shooting terribly like he has all season long, and it's actually hurting the Celtics, it seems, this time, because normally they were able to, you know, just kind of run with that. But now it's just not happening. Vucevic off the bench, that's crazy to see, too. I feel like he should be in that starting 5, kind of just let them all, you know, go in together. But, yeah, man. So, well, let's talk about some of the other series that aren't necessarily on today.
Okay. All right.
Let me bring up the playoff bracket. So, yeah, you know, Thunder and the Suns, OKC leads 2-0. Do you think Jalen Williams' injury has any implications on this series, or is it more so a down the road thing?
No, I don't think it has any implications on this series at all. I think it has overall implications on his durability and his reliability for that team.
Yes.
Right now, it's not a big scare. They outmatch Phoenix in every way possible, like literally, right?
So,
but go ahead.
let me ask you an interesting question. I don't know why I thought of this. People might, they might hate me for it, but this is kind of a thing, man. So Jalen Williams, he didn't have just one injury, this year. He had a
He had
few.
the wrist. He had the wrist.
Yeah, he had a few. So do you think, OKC, they kind of got the number 1 seed without him? We'll see how far they go in the playoffs without him. It seems like it was business as usual, like the whole year round. With him as valuable as he is, do you think the Thunder should trade him in the offseason?
Well, they paid him
some money as well.
Yeah, they paid him though. They already gave him. Didn't they already give him the money?
Yeah.
Right. So somebody will have to absorb that. With the medical history right now, I don't think that anybody will take that right off. They may, you know what I'm saying? Like his upside, he's very young, so he has plenty upside. So at the end of the day, let me kind of refute that and say, yeah, you know what I mean? He could be. Right. With all of the other pieces that they still have, they ate off of the Clippers, you know what I mean? Shit in the bed, you know what I mean? This season, you know what I mean? They get another lottery pick, you know what I mean? So it's kind of wild. At the end of the day, they can't afford to do it. It's not like, he won one with them, and we already know that this is what happens with teams anyway. They need something to be glaring in order for them to retool and make sure that their main, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that is something that is glaring. These injuries that has happened for him over this season and how they have been able to sustain without him. So, yeah, of course he could be traded.
Yeah, I mean, I think like because Sam Presti's always working. It was scary. They could get one of those top 5 picks from maybe if the Pacers land there. I mean, they would probably take J-Dub. That would be a very good addition to their team. In exchange for their top 5 pick, could probably take that lottery pick that the Thunder has as well. Kind of offload him. And I know it's crazy. I don't think anyone's bringing up this scenario at all besides us. That's because we're having a different conversation. So make sure you guys come and subscribe to us on YouTube and check us out wherever you watch your podcast. So the other series that I want to talk about, I'm sorry, Paulie. You told me that we should have the conversation of the Knicks next week. But we got to talk about it now, man. We talked about it on our show, but we have a lot of New York listeners, Cam. So we got to rehash some of the conversation earlier in the day. How are we feeling about the Knicks, man? It's sad news, sad business.
Man, it's scary, man. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, right? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. That's the 5 P's. For whatever reason, it is not happening for the Knicks. No problem at all, man. What I see here is the length. We have some veteran leadership through McCollum as well as the bench and Kuminga, right, that has been infused and injected into the Hawks. This length, right, when you're just watching the game, when it's stagnant and it's not like free-flowing, right, you see that it smothers the Knicks the same way that the Knicks can smother, right? It's a scary thing to also have Quinn being able to draw up schemes just for McCollum to get busy and do what he does, and McCollum to, you know what I mean, provide what he needs to on his end, you know what I mean, as the player. It's a scary sight just for the Knicks. I don't think anything, you know what I mean, too much further for Atlanta, but for the Knicks, it actually has to be a problem. Now, again, I love crazy, mad OG, right? But to get 0 from Mikal, to get what we got from Deuce, it was nice, and I'm saying we because New York.
I gotta take off the screen share. You brought up Mikal, man.
That damn 0.
I'll let you finish your take.
All right, that damn 0.
I'm gonna go off.
It's okay. That damn 0. What Josh had about 5. He didn't get nothing but a dunk until the 3rd quarter or some shit like that. Kind of crazy. It was really, really absurd. But what I do see, man, is that it's scary. I'm gonna just leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there for right now.
Yo, it's like we're kind of it's not over. I just want to start off with
that's why I say it's scary.
It might be over for me because I'm 27. I'm an old man. I got wine in the system. I might go to bed after this stream, man. I'm tired. But no, really, realistically, like being honest, being as they call in New York, being dead ass.
Yeah.
the New York Knicks, and I'll say I have said it over and over and over. The New York Knicks have not won since the Cold War, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
That's before any of our days. That's before a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people on this earth's days. There's not a lot of people on this earth that can sit here and say they have witnessed the New York Knicks win an NBA championship.
No.
Somehow, some way, the Knicks end up being one of the most valuable franchises still in the NBA. Crazy to me. They can thank New York City for just existing on that one. But it's sad, and it's sad on so many reasons. Because one, I don't think I can blame Mike Brown for this. There's just the media is just on a lot of nonsense. Like, oh, maybe the Knicks shouldn't have fired Tibbs. Maybe they shouldn't have traded all these draft picks for Bridges. Maybe blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I want Bridges to beat the allegations, but when he's sitting here, here, hold on, give me a second. Just give me a second.
Yeah, well, I'll finish that for you, bro. What it seems like is Bridges is more in his head, you know what I mean, thinking about how poor his play is more than he's committed to making sure that the team runs like the well-oiled machine that we are used to seeing it be. And I think what most fans, you know what I mean, of the New York Knicks have been used to. Mikal's attention to detail on defense and everything like that is still something to be lauded. He is still a 3-and-D guy, but the offensive side of that three is not there. You know what I mean? It is horrible to watch. Even passing situations, like in his screen and roll situations, he just looks bad. You know what I mean? So it's something that's going on with him. I believe the same thing that we kind of equate to Paolo. You know what I mean? And kind of just carrying the conversation. These are players that you're actually able to see when they're stuck, you know what I mean, in their own head and are indecisive. It's a sad thing, man, because we've never seen him like this up until this season.
Yeah, and it's just like he plays every game. That's all cool and all. And listen, man, I've defended Bridges all year, all last year, and I just didn't want the allegations to be true. You know what I'm saying? The allegations of being a useless bum. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but it's like it's not even like his defense is good either. Like his defense has been terrible too.
But I mean, like, at least he's not. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can see his commitment to defense, but his confusion on offense. That's all. Not like he's great, right? You just see his commitment to defense, but the confusion.
Say hi, buddy.
There we go. What's up?
Hey, yeah, as you guys know, I got the 2-year-old. He came out the room, without his diaper, so it's a little chaotic going on right now. But yeah. So at the end of the day, listen, man, like this is sad. New York Knicks. I obviously, well, not obviously because I'm wearing a Washington Nationals hat, but I am a New York Knicks fan. And it's just sad, brother, because like I said, I want him to beat the allegations. I mean, that was a lot of draft picks that the Knicks gave up to get him. Knicks could have had anybody, but they got Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns. And it's just, it doesn't like.
Karl Anthony
it's not that it's not a good team.
Everybody asked him to do, though. He's doing what everyone's asking him to do.
Doesn't connect on a championship level at all whatsoever. And that's the sad part about it.
So can I ask you one thing? What is the X factor to this, to what we're seeing with the Knicks? What is the X factor to the fall or the decline that we're seeing?
See, that's a good question, and I think a lot of it boils down to Karl Anthony Towns, man.
But what do you think about his commitment last night and in these games so far? What do you mean? I mean,
like, yeah, the commitment for Cat on offense, like, is usually always there. I mean, obviously we had, a time in the first half of the season
for sure
where it wasn't there, like where we were really worried, like he was playing some really bad basketball. But at the end of the day, it's defense. Like when you have Brunson, for example, and yeah, maybe Brunson could take some blame too, but we know he's a bad defender. Karl Anthony Towns, though, he's a big dude. He should be able to be pushing people around in the paint, and he's not. He's the one that's getting pushed around all the time. And it's
he was being guarded by Kuminga and Okongwu. So, like, that was kind of crazy to me. But
you know what I'm saying? And he had 2 points in the whole first half of the game. At the end of the day, when it comes to Karl Anthony Towns,
But
You know,
wait, man. See, the fans are about to get something from us that they usually have to like, comment, and subscribe to, or actually come to our channel for. But Paulie, shout you out. Listen, I got to do something, because listen, bro, the actual stats that you like to bring up of what the Knicks own as it pertains to the last few minutes in the fourth quarter and all that, that's actually where Karl Anthony Towns contributes.
yeah, like I said,
more than anything.
and that's
So
cool.
the
That's great.
crazy thing about it is his second half game is way better than his
Right,
first.
but we're talking about a series against the Atlanta Hawks where the Knicks, it shouldn't be coming down to the
Okay,
final 2 minutes of the
all
game.
right, yes.
And then
But
at the end of the day, when it comes to Cat, like good teams, you can't have a bad defensive playing big man and a bad defensive playing point guard, because when defenders are breaking Brunson alive and they go to the paint, Karl Anthony Towns isn't stopping them. And OG and Bridges are usually occupied with people's best offensive players ever, switched off so that they're out the way. All that, like, it's easy. You set picks so that OG and Bridges are on guys that are out on the 3-point perimeter, and then you get through Brunson and you have Towns in the paint. It's and the Hawks are abusing that strategy, especially. Oh my God, I am sorry to ever say anything bad about Jalen Brunson, but they are abusing Jalen Brunson. He takes some blame too, but like I said, like you should be able to hide your point guard. Like, for example, the Golden State Warriors, a great example of doing it. This team is not the Warriors, but they do it successfully with Steph Curry, because you got Draymond in the paint. Like you can't mix a bad guard and a bad center. Your two best players on your team, and expect greatness at this point.
Bro, Dyson and Jalen Johnson are 6'6" and 6'7". And he has to either, ain't that crazy, right? Like, he has to guard them, and or is either being guarded by them. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what, that is how that action is going. You know what I mean? For them offensively, right? And then on the switchback, like, one of them is picking him up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's amazing, like, to see in them stretches when they're not scoring, and the actual just matchup. You know what I mean? The chess that is going on. They some lengthy young. They only thing they don't have is a center. You know what I mean? Like, in every other position, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of scary. And with Karl Anthony Towns not having that, like, dominant presence, you know what I mean, as a center.
And it doesn't even have to be dominant either. You just like hold your ground, man. Hold your ground. Like, that's all you gotta do. But he's just, oh my God, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and it's crazy because the other thing that's flying around, who's that WNBA coach? The one that said you know what I'm talking about, what she said about Jalen Brunson like a year ago, about how the Knicks won't be able to win because they have a small guy as their number one. And it's like all these things are floating around, man. Knicks got to wake up. Like I said, the series ain't over, but man, like, Quinn Snyder got these dudes in a conniption. Like, they got him in an okie dokie, as you said, brother. Like, it's not a pretty sight. So yeah, I mean, hey, we got the next talk out the way. Hopefully you enjoyed that, Paulie. We're not. Paulie said that hopefully we're talking about the Knicks moving on next week and not talking about firing Mike Brown. I don't think there's just so much you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you can get a little bit more creative defensively, but how creative, like, how much better can you be defensively?
But
like,
wait.
You said, like, they're tall, their height advantage, they're fast. Like, no one,
Yeah, but defense is effort based. Like, that doesn't matter what type of, like, all defense is the same. It's 5-on-5, like, regardless of if you go into a zone 3-2, 1-3, whatever. However, whatever you play is still man on man when it comes down to it. So it's effort based, you know what I mean? No matter what, whether it's covering their space or covering the man. And if you're not committed to that wholeheartedly, we actually saw a great commitment to defense last night with the Minnesota Timberwolves versus Denver, right?
Yeah.
That's defense. That's a commitment to defense. And what that does is that just contributes to offense, because those who are also playing defense with you are recognizing that and feeding you for your defensive output and instigation. It's basketball is a game that is very frenetic that you're able to see in the playoffs right now. You know what I mean? The teams that are committed both ways are usually going to be the teams that literally clearly win. It's kind of crazy. It's beautiful.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, Quinn Snyder, like we got some good coaches out. Like I'm liking it because it's guys like that I've always rooted for, like Quinn Snyder, Nick Nurse, like those kind of guys, the good coaches that are getting to coach their teams to success. So with that being said, let's talk. Should we check in on some games? Should we talk the NFL draft? How are you feeling?
It's up to you, bro. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, let's look at the games real quick.
I'm on the Sixers. Celtics
up by 3. The Lakers are pulling away up by 11 in the first half against Houston. It's crazy that Houston just has nothing left. But like without Kevin Durant, they ain't got nothing, and that is so insane to me.
I wonder if he plays into that too. Like that shit. I know he don't like that, man. I know he don't.
Like Kevin Durant,
yeah, like that they fall apart without him. You know what I mean? Like that.
He said it over and over. Like I want to go to a team. I want to play some good team basketball. I don't want to be like the sole guy. And it's like, dang, man. And his time is ticking. He's on that count. I know he played 78 games this year, but his clock is still ticking. Like he's not getting any younger. As you can see here, like his body has decided to just give up after those 78. You know what I'm saying? It's been all playoffs. It hasn't been working out, and it's sad, man, because I want Kevin Durant to have that one more, real legit shot at winning.
Crazy run, right?
Yeah, and look at that. They're down 13 now. Like it just keeps getting worse every time I look at the box score. But yeah, the Celtics, they actually are pulling away a little bit. They are now up by 6. Yes, 6 points that they are up by 82-76. So I'll leave. Oh, I forgot to. Yeah, I am sharing the screen. 1 second. Hold on, fellas. Gotta get the screen share back up. Yes, sir. So we got about 24 more minutes here on the stream. Here with Cam. Make sure you guys go to all the viewers. We have a high viewer count tonight, Friday night. Thank you guys so much. For those of you that are looking to hear more from us, make sure you go subscribe to A Different Conversation. We look to give you guys content every week. We have a new episode posting tomorrow that we filmed earlier today, which is, it's going to be another, great episode. Cam and I, we were in there, debating, talking it up about everything going on in the sports world. And make sure you guys go subscribe to Collectin and Connectin, because, Paulie, he's got it going on. He's got a different streamer every single night, and also giveaways in their Discord as well. Everyone decided that the Celtics were winning. It looks like, they're up by 4 as time's starting to wind down here. 10 minutes left in that game. Maybe we'll get a conclusion before we
leave the episode. Yeah.
Yes, maybe.
We'll Let's see.
Let's talk about the NFL draft, King. Sure. So, in your eyes, what do you think was the best draft pick last night?
Wow, the best draft pick or the best? I mean, the best draft pick. What do you mean, like the person that was drafted?
Well, like the best, not like the player that was drafted, but maybe like a value thing, like who got most value out of their pick. Like maybe like a later pick that should have been earlier, stuff like that.
Well, if I'm just being honest, I think that the Giants probably, got the most value out of what they were able to do because of the 2 pieces they were able to grab, in the first round, offensive and defensive, right? That's kind of crazy. Even being a Jets fan, we got some pieces that I gotta love too. I'm not mad at the offense, defense as well. As well. So, but yeah, I would say the Giants, like right away with what they already have going on, right? I would say that they got the most value out of what they got with their draft, right? We kind of talked about that again, with the coach, with the quarterback, with the wide receiver, the running back, and then to add the pieces that they add to kind of shore up the offensive line for those guys, and the defense to get more pressure. Come on, man. I think it's easy for me as the Giants.
Yes, sir. Okay, yeah, that's definitely fair. I
Yeah.
mean, that probably have been my answer.
Mhm.
I'll say as a completely separate note, the more
Mhm.
that I look into this, Lemon acquisition by the Eagles, the more that I like it. It does seem like AJ Brown is gone.
Mhm.
Now, let's say AJ Brown goes to the New England Patriots. How do you feel about that pairing?
Well, I mean, man, it still has to work itself out. I think that what the him going to New England purely is a Mike Vrabel thing. I think that he is an uptick from Stephon Diggs, who they actually released. We know that their schedule was something that favored them making it as far as to the Super Bowl and everything like that. I'm not gonna like act like that's not a part of the conversation,
That's
even
fair.
though you know
It's a
what I
fair
mean.
point.
Like it's over
Like
now.
they deserve credit for everything that they
Yeah,
accomplished, but at the end of
yeah,
the day,
absolutely. Yeah.
we can
All right.
still look at their
Yeah,
schedule.
absolutely. Now with the season upon us again and with the acquisitions that they're looking to make, with it being, you know what I mean, Stephon Diggs, I mean, excuse me, um, your boy.
AJ
Yeah,
Brown.
absolutely. I still don't think that it's that easy. I think their relationship, Vrabel's relationship and their Tennessee ties, you know what I mean, bring something that will be very steady, you know what I mean, for Drake. Okay. That's it so
Yeah, and
far.
it'll be interesting to see because like Vrabel's gonna get trolled by like every fan base he walks into.
For sure. I'm happy you brought it up first. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
funny.
there's gonna be a lot of fans that are
Yeah.
that are gonna be kind of going at Mike Vrabel, which is gonna be kind of funny. But at the end of the day, my answer to that, and I think what you were gonna say was Mendoza. If I stuck with my original question that I had asked about who was the best player drafted, obviously, I think everyone would agree that it's Fernando Mendoza. Crazy that a guy named Fernando is the number one pick in the NFL draft, but at the end of the day, I do like what the Dallas Cowboys did. I don't know if anyone has heard the full story about how Lemon exactly ended up in Eagle, but the Cowboys were trying to get Lawrence at 20, and then they found out they got the inside scoop that the Steelers were going to take Lemon at 21. So what they did was is that knowing that 22 wasn't pick number 22 wasn't going to be Lawrence, and
Mm-hmm.
pick number 21 wasn't going to be Lawrence because the Steelers were going to go after offense. They traded the pick to the Eagles because being close to the Eagles, they know that the Eagles were going to look for wide receiver. So they
Mm-hmm.
trade the pick to the Eagles, kind of screwing over the Steelers. But guaranteeing that they would get their guy later so that they can get some compensation in return for that, which I thought was
Mm-hmm.
very hilarious. What
Mm-hmm.
the Cowboys are doing, because they made another trade with the San Francisco 49ers earlier, today, to get another linebacker. So it's crazy that they're working with their arch nemesis is this offseason, which, as we talk about on the show, it's weird. Like, it's like their front office has changed. Like Stephen
Mm-hmm.
Jones is actually in control.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think that that's and it's good to see them moving in a direction that is forward thinking and a part of the new NFL more than the trying to just franchise tag guys and you know what I mean, break guys. You know what I mean, to hope that guys just want to be a part of the Cowboys culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just come on and treat people fairly and let them grow to love
yeah,
the culture.
man.
You know what I
And I
mean?
and I felt like the Pickens thing was very fair because it's like we know
Mhm.
that Pickens is a dog, but this is the first time he's really put it together over a whole body of a season.
Mhm.
The way that he did, being a top five wide receiver in
Yeah.
basically every category.
Mhm.
It'll be
They're
interesting.
true number one with CD
Yeah,
being hurt. Mhm.
who do you think is the number one team in the NFC East if we consider that the Eagles would be getting rid of AJ Brown? The Giants have added a whole bunch of stuff. The
Mhm.
Cowboys are still there. Commanders, if that's your cup of tea.
Mhm.
You know?
Well, it's kind of crazy. I mean, like, I think you're trying to loop me into saying something about the Cowboys right now, but I'm not because no,
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 like
no,
legit. Well,
no,
because I
legit.
don't
No,
think
I'm
the
still gonna
Cowboys
go
are the
with the.
best team in the East.
I still
Yeah.
gotta go with the Eagles, man, because I think that the
Okay.
receiver core that they got back before the draft even happened with Hollywood Brown, Wicks. You know what I mean? Like, come on, I'm kind of loving
Yeah,
that.
that
You
wide
know what I'm
receiver
saying?
room is actually like it's weird.
Yeah,
Like they like AJ Brown forcing them to get a fully complete wide receiver room because that's what they're gonna
yeah.
need.
Like,
Like
come
if
on,
they
man.
can't depend on like just AJ Brown like they have tried to this
Yeah.
season, It's better to spread it around. But man, I don't know. I really like what the Giants are doing, man.
Yes, man.
They got
But I
actual
don't like
leadership
them yet, though. They're young.
Okay,
Not
yeah,
young
very
like that,
young, but
but
like I don't
yeah,
like this could be year 2 Jackson Dart. If he can,
year one
get
Harbaugh and his
year 1
whole culture.
Harbaugh, year 2 Jackson Dart.
Mhm.
Obviously Scadaboo and Neighbors coming
Neighbors.
back from
Mm-hmm.
injury.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of factors into that, but at the end of the day, finally getting some leadership in that
Mm-hmm.
locker room and Jackson Dart having the year that he had. I mean, obviously the Giants didn't make the playoffs or anything crazy, but he kind of he took New York by storm, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think that the Giants, right now until I see otherwise, I do think the Giants are going to be up there. I almost want to say that they're going to finish first, but I do agree
Okay.
with you, man. The Eagles, they've done a lot of preparation to make sure that moving forward that they
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of options there. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, without AJ Brown, it's going to force the Eagles to get a little bit more creative. And I think we'll
Yeah.
see a lot more out of Saquon now if Jalen Hurts' arm is not to be relied upon.
Okay, we'll see.
Absolutely. So let's go check back in
Yeah,
the
Sixers
NBA
up one.
league. Oh, the Sixers are up 1.
Mm-hmm.
7
Celtics.
minutes left. Rockets are down 11 at halftime.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
With 16, Brown with 17. It's
Mm-hmm.
Derek White, man, shooting 2 for 10. That's hurting him. Maxey got 29 points. That guy just shows up, man. What a dog. What a ball player.
Mm-hmm.
What a ball player that Tyrese Maxey is.
Yeah, he'll jack it up too, though.
Pause. No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh.
Goaltending turnover. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna screen share. And we're gonna have the play-by-play because we're not allowed to actually put the game on the
Mm-hmm.
stream.
Yeah. They're going back and forth. Philly up 3. I mean,
Boston
up 3. Yep.
Yes. Let's see. Yo, Edgecombe, another bad play.
Mm-hmm.
He missed a 3-pointer, then the goaltend, then the turnover. I wonder how much timeouts do they have left?
I'll tell you.
Because I feel like that's a timeout situation right there. 6 minutes left. Time's winding down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Floater. Up 5 with 6 minutes left. Let's see what happens here. We're just going to follow this live play-by-play until we're on out of here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Have a little bit of fun with the play-by-play. Paul George.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, that was a brick. But anyway, yeah, man. So what a lot was going on, man. It's kind of crazy. What do you think about we kind of touched San Antonio, but we didn't at all touch OKC. Yeah, we did. We just talked about the run over that would be in Jalen Williams and everything like that. I was just wondering if there was anything that we didn't touch. The Knicks. We just said goofy basketball with Cleveland. Toronto.
Do you think Cleveland can actually pull this out?
Who?
Cleveland.
Against who? Toronto?
The whole board.
No. I mean, they were playing like it initially, right? Like, so here's the thing, right? I want them to be able to come together and be able to do it, but it's kind of crazy when you watch Donovan in the playoffs, right? That whole thing that they got going on up there with Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. I don't know what it is, man. I actually don't know what it is about that constructed team. But what it also looks like is because these teams see each other so much, we have to wait until it's a better matchup to see what we're going to get out of Donovan and James, because in these close games, we're still getting vintage and great play out of them, right? Like, I'm being honest, like, I'm not gonna, but it's their teammates, you know what I mean, who don't provide the extras, you know what I mean? Because somebody giving you 18, 7, and 7, you know what I mean? don't mean that they should be giving you 35, 12, and 12. Like, you know what I mean? That shit's supposed to be coming from somewhere else, man.
It's
like,
true.
you know what I mean? Like, come on,
It's
man.
true.
Like, come on, man. And some of it is not on them. You know what I mean? So when they have bad games, it's not like they didn't have a good game before. You know what I mean? So we're always hypercritical in these moments of them. But yeah, man, I hope that they get it together. Allen actually played really good last night, despite, you know what I mean, them
He's
getting
like
cooked. You
James
know what I
Harden
mean?
was perfect for him because like
Yes,
that's what James
absolutely.
Harden likes to have. He likes having
Yeah.
that center that could just go in there and get a
Mhm.
dunk down.
Yeah.
But real quick on this 76ers Celtics game, as you could kind of see, the 76ers are starting to fall apart. This is
Mhm.
where Joel Embiid is going to make a huge difference because as
Yes.
you've seen, it was a 1-point game. The 76ers were even
Mhm.
up in this game.
Yeah.
I think Joel Embiid being there, either he's going to be scoring a lot in the paint or he's going to have so much attention
You're gonna draw
that
fouls
guys
in
like
these moments.
Edgecombe and Maxey and Paul George are going to get easier shots. Even
Mhm.
though, I don't really like that, Paul George took a pull-up three-point shot right
That
there.
was crazy. That brick.
Yeah, that was a really bad miss.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, if Embiid can get back on that court in Game 4, it's going to be pretty scary for Boston. Boston needs
Yeah.
to they need to do better quarters 1 through 3. Like they're a fantastic quarter 4 team, but it seems like they like playing with their food a little bit in the first 3 quarters of games or in the first half and stuff like that. It's not like the Celtics of old that'll just bust your ass from start to finish.
Right.
Pause. It seems like, and there's a lot of factors that go into that.
Right.
But that's why it's important where, like, that's why I said if the Celtics win this series, they'll get the momentum, they'll get their confidence back. I think they'll run through after that. And the same with the 76ers. They get Embiid back, they win this series. It could be really up for Philly. So let's see. We
Plus
got
the
to
chat no Celtics overall, but game for game, man, we got to call them how we think them. You know what I mean? Like
call it how
everybody.
we see it, man.
Yeah, man. Like, come on. But it's scary, man. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, you're exactly right, though, man. These moments are kind of critical. And you can kind of see that, like, so Drummond, 13 years in the league, grateful for all that he's done. You know what I mean? But he doesn't attract any attention. You know what I mean? In late games.
Yeah, in the slightest.
Yeah, you know what I mean? For any late game
I
situation.
wouldn't. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't guard
Exactly a pawn,
Drummond.
you know what I
Myself, as a civilian, I wouldn't guard Drummond.
You know, you put a body on his back, you know what I mean, and let the rest play out, you know?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
And Joel Embiid is a different thing now. He can spread the floor and became a bit of a threat.
It's the spacing that he provides. Because you gotta take either a risk with putting your big man on him at the 3-point line, or you gotta take the risk of putting someone smaller out there and leaving the big man with a mismatch, and that's a lot of Embiid's game is causing those mismatches on the floor, which helps Tyrese Maxey a lot more. I mean, I know Maxey still has about 30 points tonight, but at the end of the day, he's struggling with a shot a little bit. I know it. Embiid, if Embiid could come back and at least make Maxey a better player, that's a win.
Yeah,
that's
man.
An absolute win for the 76ers. Well, let's see, man. The Celtics are up 7. We got about 5.5 to play here. You got any prediction on final spread?
Let's say
Drummond at the free throw line. Here we go.
Let's say 76ers 104 to 103.
Oh, you think the Sixers pull it out?
Yeah,
Okay.
104, 103.
Drummond with a missed free throw right there. That is not good for you. So they need to score 19 points in these last 5 minutes.
Yep.
Which that would be a heater. Damn, Drummond missed both free throws.
Damn, I did that too quick. Celtics are going to probably win 105 to 90.
It's something like that, right?
Watch, yeah.
Yeah, I'll say, what are we at now? I'll say...
I'm still sticking with it, but,
I'll say 100 to 97.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Drummond with another 3. Told you. He's been spacing it. It's crazy.
That's been like the craziest thing ever.
Yeah,
like the
it's
Andre
wild.
Drummond making threes is ridiculous. All right, 4-point game now. Maybe Kem's right. I mean, hey, if Andre Drummond made a three and I was there, that would motivate me, man. Like, what the hell am I doing? See, Derek White missing. 4.5 minutes left. Sixers need a big bucket here. Let's see what happens.
Damn. Ooh.
Okay, offensive rebound for Oubre.
And put that.
Why do they keep going for these pull-up threes, man? It's like, what do they do?
That's Maxey.
Oubre making it happen. He got a couple offensive boards.
These
okay,
crazy threes,
2-point
bro.
Game. 2-point game after that finger roll from Oubre. Okay, and the Celtics call a timeout. So with that being said, I think we're going to leave this
basketball is in our blood. My baby is in there watching basketball while we record. She watching the same game. Yeah, literally.
That's fire. You know well, we're gonna leave it there on the Boston timeout. We hope you guys all subscribe to Collectin and Connectin. We are here every Friday night. We got Unk there. You got me. You know, we got Unkism. We got Caucasian persuasion. That's what I'll call myself. But with that being said, we're gonna get on out of here. We guys, thank you for all of the listeners. We have so much listeners tonight. Thank you for that. You know, thank you for spending your Friday night with us. Hell yeah, enjoy all the games, enjoy the draft, enjoy baseball, enjoy this Friday night. Congrats on making it to Friday, everybody. You guys all have a good night. We're gonna get on out of here.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed us like we enjoyed you. Have a good one.
Pause.